I really think that this is an unbelievably enchanted, magical, beautiful realm that is so beyond words, so beyond language, that I think it's our hubris to think that we can use language to try to articulate and extrapolate the actual beautiful wonder of this great mysterium tremendum that we're afoot in, and that, you know, every breath we take and every person we meet, every experience we have is in this Garden of Eden. This is heaven on earth. There's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ, and that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanted. This true, you know, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation. I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome. And then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star, Polaris, up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a, you know, portal, a pineal gland portal to, you know, to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the, you know, the Garden of Creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and, you know, and all the secrets be unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, you know, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome, just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. You know, the road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. You just have to gaze upon the wonder. And on a closing note, let me get a little jiggle, a little dance in here.
If the Earth is really rotating, then why are airplanes flying? They could just go up in air and stay in the same location and wait for the Earth to rotate and then land. Why do they need to fly? Isn't that concerning?
Here's a little tip from Elmo. It's time for you to fix your fucking attitude, okay? Okay? Let's do that. Yay!
According to the Akashic Records, what is the truth about tears from both a physical and metaphysical standpoint?
According to the Akashic Records, tears are far more than just a physical reaction. They are a spiritual technology, a bridge between the emotional, energetic, and soul levels of our being. Crying isn't just a release, it's a form of energetic alchemy. Here's what the records reveal. Tears are a physical expression of soul-level movement. When we cry, something moves, not just within the body, but within the soul. Tears signify that emotion is being acknowledged and transmuted. Energy that was held or blocked is now flowing again. This flow is essential for healing emotional trauma, clearing karmic residue, returning to energetic balance. Tears are a gateway to the heart field. The heart chakra anchors much of our soul energy. When we cry from authentic emotion, the heart opens and we enter a state of energetic vulnerability, which is actually a form of divine power. In these moments, we are closest to our truth. Our guides, ancestors, and higher self draw near. We may receive downloads, insights, or memory activations. Metaphysically, tears transmute frequency. From an energetic perspective, tears are liquid light. They carry coded vibrations. Each tear holds the essence of the emotion it carries, and in releasing it, we are alchemizing it into wisdom. That's why crying often brings a sense of relief or peace afterwards, clarity or spiritual awakening. Emotional release without needing to mentally solve anything. Tears are the soul's prayer without words. Sometimes the mind cannot speak the depth of pain or love we feel, but the soul still prays through tears. In this way, tears become a form of communication between the human and the divine, and between you and your higher self. In short, we cry when the soul is speaking through the body. Tears are sacred, and when released consciously, they don't just heal you, they heal timelines.
I just wanted a little doggy with a sombrero.
I'm the lead singer of my band. I get all the girls to take off their underpants. I'm the lead singer of my band. My salsa makes all pretty girls want to dance my salsa. Whoa, 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 look out for my next single. It's called My Salsa. My salsa, 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 salsa. My salsa makes all pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My salsa makes all pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My salsa.
Looks like somebody's been down here with the ugly stick. Let's go.
Can I get a phone that plays the Mexican head dance?
I insist on it.
I dance around the Mexican hat. I dance, and that's the end of that. Or is it? I guess I'll keep singing. My cell phone appears to be ringing.
Hello?
Con sombrero.
Are you flipping kidding me? You high stick me in the flipping face, you flipping dummy.
Is it depression? Is it anxiety? Do I have ADHD? Am I just lazy? Am I burned out? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Still not sure what to think about that.
He's gonna win the Kentucky Derby.
I think it's just creepy.
Well, the lip slapping by a voice is actually
Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Con sombrero. Yeah. Welcome to the Sombrero, Sunday, April 27th, 2025. Let me see if I get this figured out. Brand new setup again tonight. And so we'll see. There we go.
Almost there. Woo.
There we go.
Hey.
Hi, Rico. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Nico.
Hey.
Hey.
How are things?
Things are going well.
Mm.
Everything is for everyone else.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, we are still trying to reach that goal in the GoFundMe. I think what percentage are we at right now? 56%?
I think it's like
57?
57%.
Which is awesome.
So, thank you so much, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out. We know, you guys all know that we found the truck was recovered, right?
That's what we were told.
Okay,
But
so
everything was gone except for like a couple things.
So I went down a rabbit hole and found the executives at Wells Fargo and U-Haul, and I drafted a letter that was a little harsh, and maybe the first edit, I published it and I tagged all of these people, and then I received an email from, I can't say the name, I can't really say anything. This is why I've been kind of quiet on social media about hashtag U-Haul famous. It's because I am waiting to hear back about from the person high up in corporate who put in a formal request for me, and I have not heard back yet, and they gave me 3 business days, which tomorrow is the 3rd business day. So I will update as soon as I know exactly what's happening.
Rico, how you doing?
Me, I'm doing great. I had my final oral surgery, so I have a bit of a speech impediment, but
Ooh.
Oh, was that one of those things where they numb side of your mouth so you're like walking around?
Oh, yeah.
Like a root canal?
You can do like the Billy Idol hair lip because it's like the one side of your mouth won't work, so you can go like, hey.
Yeah. It's like I drool a little bit and I can't talk right. But
awesome.
Look at that.
So
you
yes,
have tears coming out of your
we
mouth.
don't have any special guests. DJ will be here, I guess, pretty soon. And maybe later on, if everyone agrees, we can send out the link for like maybe one person at a time from the chat to hop on in.
Yeah, we might do a panel. Yeah, we don't do that very often, so that might be fun.
Yeah.
I
I do have some stuff to share. Don't worry, it's just going to be us for now. But I've got stuff lined up.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens when you fight a dinosaur?
Uh-oh.
Like in your dream?
No.
I don't know.
You get your ass kicked.
Oh. Okay. All right, I have a dinosaur joke.
No.
Well, it's the only one I know. What do you call a gay dinosaur?
Oh, it's how am I blanking on it? A Tyrannosaurus Rex?
No, it's a Megasaurus.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Oh,
Hey, Andrew. What does a baby computer call its father?
I've heard this.
Data.
Data.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. So.
Really? This is how we start today? 3 dad jokes in a row.
Oh, here's one more. How do you make a Kleenex dance?
Oh my gosh.
Blow it.
You don't know? Anybody?
Blow it.
No, come on. You put a little boogie in it.
Oh. All right. So I'm going to present this right here. And we can go over this. This is fucking weird. But share screen.
Put a little boogie in it.
All right.
I like blow it better.
All right. So the doomsday clock has never been closer to metaphorical midnight. What does it mean? All right. So it's 89 seconds to midnight. Humanity is closer than ever to catastrophe, according to the atomic scientist behind the doomsday clock. The ominous metaphor ticked 1 second closer to midnight. The clock now stands just 89 seconds away. Its first movement and the closest the clock has come to midnight in its nearly 8-decade history. The 2025 clock time signals that the world is on a course of unprecedented risk and that continuing on the current path is a form of madness, announced the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, a nonprofit organization that sets the clock each year. The group meets annually to assess how close humanity is to self-destruction based on 3 main factors: climate change, nuclear proliferation, and disruptive technology, such as AI. This year, it cited continuing trends in multiple global existential threats, including nuclear weapons, climate change, AI, infectious diseases, and conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. It also pointed to the spread of misinformation and conspiracy theories as a potent threat multiplier that undermines public discourse.
Oh, we lost you, Andrew.
Huh?
No, I hear
You hear him? Oh, I don't hear him.
Oh, no.
So while
Go
these
ahead.
threats are not new, the scientists said that despite unmistakable signs of danger, national leaders and their societies have failed to do what is needed to change course. They are particularly concerned about the U.S., China, and Russia, countries they say have the collective power to destroy civilization and the prime responsibility to pull the world back from the brink. The bulletin hopes the movement of the clock's second hand, as incremental as it may seem, will serve as a wake-up call to world leaders. National leaders must commence discussions about these global risks before it's too late, said Daniel Holes, the chair of the Bulletin Science and Security Board. Reflecting on these life and death issues and starting a dialogue are the first steps to turning back the clock and moving away from midnight. It's not impossible. The clock has moved both backward and forward since its creation in 1947. And I don't know, and it goes on for quite a long ways after that, but you can still see that, yeah, there's this
super long psyop bullshit.
Yeah, who made up this clock? Who made it up, and who?
What are their names?
Who invented the doomsday clock? And how did they know what time the world is going to end and stuff?
I don't know.
Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
But it's the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists.
That's yeah, I'm gonna listen to those assholes.
The what? The bulletin?
The bulletin.
Okay. On this
the same guys that brought us the
48
bomb.
Bullies, we have the bullier of atomic whatever. It's such bullshit.
Take your atomic
car.
Take your atomic fucking clock and shove that shit. Seriously. I mean, it's like you can make up anything you want and run it for 60 years and say whatever you want and back it up and move it forward and say, oh, we're getting closer, guys. Oh, we're getting further away. Oh, we're getting closer, guys. And just keep milking that shit. And all the fearmongers out there will just jerk off to it for who knows how long. 60 years of crap coming off the television to scare the shit out of everybody. Sorry. That's how I'm feeling it today.
All right, here's another interesting thing. Well, it's a trivia question. See if you guys can figure it out. What year was color TV released?
1958.
1959, I think.
No, close.
No,
It's
no,
the-
no, 1967.
43.
It's in the 50s.
51.
1956.
52.
Ah.
No,
53.
1959.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to say every single date in the 50s, and then you're going to get it eventually.
I thought it was my mom's birth, the year my mom was born. I thought it was 1959.
Yeah, that's the year my mom was born in 1953. So it's easy for me to remember. So that's fact of the day.
Oh.
Copy. Well, isn't that
fact
interesting?
Of the day. But yeah, the doomsday clock, that's just one thing I found. I don't want to hog this too much, but...
You know what? My alarm clock is a doomsday clock.
Every day.
Yeah, because I never wake up to my alarm clock, so I'm doomed. But then I don't believe in time either, so...
Mine is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Ironworks at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll just show this one too. This one's gonna... This is weird. Okay. And don't worry, I'll have more. Unless anybody else... Obviously, this is like the comment section. Okay, this one actually has a video associated with it. Okay, so the title of this is basically just humanoid robots run a Chinese half marathon alongside flesh and blood competitors. Okay.
What?
It's a...
That's not creepy. Oh, God. Oh, no.
It's the special AI Olympics.
And you know those engineers that built that? They just love those robots. They just they fawn over them like they're their children. Oh, look at my little boy running down the street.
Oh my gosh.
That's creepy as shit.
Oh, now people are going to be starting to advocate for
Robot rights.
Robots' lives matter.
Robot rights.
Robot rights.
Oh, look how cute the little robot is. I'd run a trip line across there.
Okay, I seriously think we're living in Westworld. I do. I really do. I think that we're living in Westworld, and most people like Katy Perry and her dance moves. I don't know if you guys seen any of that shit show that was happening in Mexico City, her Lifetimes tour, where she's trying to be space fighter.
Hey, we have to give a massive shout out though to Katy Perry for waking up all of the internet to fake space. Thank you, Katy.
Thank you,
That's
Katy.
the sweetest thing you've ever done. You woke
Yes.
everybody up to fake space. Now Effie's not far behind. So just keep doing your master's bidding, and you're doing all the work for us. We're just sitting back and enjoying the show. And yes, she danced very pitifully. She
But have
phoned
you
that fucking thing in.
Have you seen the video of it sped up?
No.
Like double time? The way that it looks sped up double time is, do you remember like old films from, the early 1900s, late 1800s, and they're like really kind of choppy? It's like picture after picture after picture. That's what it looks like with her sped up dancing. It is bizarre. Do you want me
Do we
to
have
find?
that? Do we have that? Can you find the video and
I'll find the link, yeah.
Put it in.
During the break, I'm going to be showing that.
Oh,
you are showing it. Okay, copy.
Yeah.
So we
see,
got that.
Andrew, great minds think alike.
Oh, and we've got while I'm thinking about it too, we got some guests to announce in the next 2 weeks. Rico, you want to let everybody know who's coming on next week and then the week after?
Yeah, next week will be Mike from THC's Part 2, but solo.
No, I thought that was next week was whiskey and...
I did too, but I was... shit. I might be wrong. I think it might be Mike, then Whiskey, Beer, and Conspiracy, then Rose 777.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, those three people are on in some sort of order in the next couple of weeks. We're a little bit discombobulated. We're running on different systems now. I'm actually working from a pad today, which completely works differently than a MacBook. So I'm kind of just surfing around here. I can't even share videos on here. So if you...
Yeah, it is Mike first because one of the cops that does the Whiskey Bear Conspiracy podcast. He's got a wedding.
Oh, copy. All right.
Yeah, it's
And then,
three cops out of California. They're all flat earthers. They're all truthers. I think Weiss has been on our show, or Sargent, or both.
And just planting a seed. We're not announcing this yet. There's still a lot of details, and I'm not going to say where or when or anything else. But there is an event that's brewing in October. Tentative location is in Atlanta. That's all I'm going to say. We'll know more about it within probably a week. But it's going to be it's if it shakes up, it's going to be very similar to Karen's Flatober, although it's not going to be exactly like that. So we'll let you guys know as that moves forward. There's going to be a lot of really great people there. It'll be a 2-day event. And if we secure the location we want, we'll probably announce it even as quickly as next weekend. But in the meantime, I know there's been a lot of people wondering what the heck's going to go on the East Coast this fall. And so there is something brewing. And when we know something, the second we know it, everybody's going to know it. And then we'll let everybody else know that. But be thinking Atlanta, Georgia in October. Just planting a seed there. Also out on Fathead's got his Jamming on the Plain on June 5th, 20th through the 22nd, which is a really beautiful event out on the Front Range of Colorado. Bunch of cool people out there. He has music, and I always look, and he's got Jamming on the Plain, but I don't know where to send you to. If you want to put a link in the chat, Josh, and just kind of say where people can kind of find more information on that would be cool.
Fathead, do you have baby goats?
He's got a lot of animals. I'm not sure about baby goats, but
I'm not really sure if I should be announcing this so early, but yeah, Donald Trump has confirmed he's going to be on our show at some point.
Nice.
And we just don't have a date yet, so
great.
Nice. I know he popped over to Sob's show one night. I guess the guy's got a lot of spare time. He late at night he fucks around on people's streams, and he'll just come in and surprise people and just talk to them. So yeah.
Do we have a Korean translator? Because I really want to get in touch with Kim Jong Un's team as well.
Oh yeah, I thought about that. But I tried contacting Big Mike to see if he'd want to come on, but
Big Mike
no
might
word
be
back
busy.
yet.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot to explain.
Yeah.
He got a lot of mansplaining to do.
Yeah.
Did you guys know this about Big Mike? That he now has a podcast where he does that with his alleged twin brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Twin brother at all.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until everyone started basically saying, "Yeah, you're not a woman." I was like, "Oh, by the way, my long lost twin brother is now here." Doesn't really look. I mean, they look a little similar, but.
Big Mike. Oh, Big Mike. Big Mike. What are you going to do?
Weird information and weird shit is going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all breaking down. You can see it. It's like.
I mean, seriously, like we should be like, Katy Perry should become just part of the lexicon of just part of everyone's everyday language. Like if you're bored, you're like, Katy Perry, or if you're like when you're used to saying God damn it, you're like Katy Perry. And just keep building it into the language until it becomes regular to everything. Because you know what? She really earned it by letting the entire internet know that space is fake. And like now they just have to follow those dominoes on back through history, and then you're gonna have your solution. You're gonna unwind every single piece of space propaganda all the way back to '69 and before, when there were the alleged rocket program and all that nonsense. And she did it for us. We didn't have to do any work. We've been screaming from mountaintops over here, and she just did it for free. We didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I don't even know if she knew what she was doing, but didn't.
I don't think she's there, man. I think when you see her dance, it looks like she's being held up by strings.
She is a Tesla robot, okay? That's what she is. Or a Blue Origin robot,
pissed.
like one or the other. She is not a real person. She's being controlled by one of those people who stands in green screen that has all those sensors all over the place, but they were never a classically trained dancer.
I think
so she's
at one
awkward.
point she admitted to being a Satanist.
She is a Satanist.
Oh yeah,
Her
she's
father
openly,
was a
openly.
preacher. She grew up in church. She literally has admitted that she sold herself to this devil for fame.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gross. And she has a daughter named Daisy.
Oh, it's kind of weird too, because my ex-fiance looked. I mean, they were like doppelgangers.
Oh,
really?
My ex was not a Satanist. So she was. Anyways, here's another thing that's interesting that is going to be fun. All right. This is good news. Okay. So, according to space.com, the Trump administration cancels lease for NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies lab in New York City. So,
really?
Yeah. It would appear that the
Wait a
latest
second,
wave of U.S. federal program cuts fueled by the Trump administration has affected NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies in New York City, a branch of the agency dedicated to studying climate change and other Earth sciences. On Friday, April 25th, new outlets such as CNN and Space News reported that this lease on office space in Columbia University building in Manhattan's Upper West Side is set to be canceled. According to Space News on April 24th, an email sent to Goddard employees and signed by Mackenzie Lurstrup, director of NASA's the Goddard Space Center in Maryland, stated that the lease will end on May 31st. The news outlet says the lease, which cost the agency $3.03 million annually, was originally supposed to last through August of 2031. However, GIS director Gavin Schmidt assured CNN that the work continues. The data, the products, the science will continue because science is done by people, not by buildings. As of now, NASA says employees will be placed on temporary remote work agreements while NASA seeks and evaluates options for a new space for the GIS team. And so that's good news. All right.
What does GISS stand for?
Oh, it's the Goddard.
Oh, Goddard Institute for Space Studies. Okay.
The greatest money laundering operation of all time. Or you could say it's just a jobs program, or you could say it's space propaganda.
Yeah.
But man, they get a lot of money for doing bullshit.
So, Lystrup reportedly says the termination is related to ongoing reviews by the current administration of all government leases. Space News said of the obtained email's content, but it remains unclear whether the Department of Governmental DOGE spearheaded the matter. It is worth considering what role DOGE had to play in the decision because the department, led by SpaceX billionaire founder Elon Musk, is behind several other changes happening at NASA. For instance, DOGE staffers have recently been given significant access to agency systems and documents without clear disclosure of their workflow, to the dismay of some politicians because of possible threats to national security and conflicts of interest due to SpaceX's role as a frequent provider of launch services for NASA. And okay, that's all. I mean, it goes on for quite a while, but I'll just
Katy Perry.
Okay, hold on a second. I was like, I know this address, I know this building. Do you want to know why I know this building?
I would love to.
Do you remember a TV show? It was a sitcom, really popular back in the 90s. And it had Kramer and Jerry and Elaine and
It's in that building?
George. And they always went to a cafe or Tom's Restaurant. Tom's Restaurant is at 2880 Broadway.
I don't believe in coincidences. I don't.
I looked at it and I was like, that's Tom's Restaurant. And I just cross-checked myself and...
Maybe that's the home of Jewish space lasers.
You know what? That actually probably is true.
There's a lot of Jewish lightning in New York.
But never would I ever think that, because this is like a New York City landmark. Like people go, it's maybe 2 blocks north of Central Park on the north side. And it's beautiful up there. It's really pretty. All of the the brownstones and the buildings. It's all nice. It's old. It's gorgeous. And then there's Tom's Restaurant, and it's just on the corner. I would never, ever have thought that there is a space studies place in that building.
Yeah.
Hey, handsome.
Hey, what is this, Carla in the chat? Could you pull up an article about JFK Jr. and President Trump going after the chemtrail spraying planes? I don't know anything about that. I didn't know that he was going after the chemtrail spraying planes, but they spray us every day here in Kentucky. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. NDB in full regalia.
He looks good in a uniform.
You know.
Look at this guy. You
Some
never
of
see him like
us
that.
got to do it.
I like it.
See, he cleans up well.
Clean up nice. How
Wait, are you a firefighter?
It was fucking long.
Yeah.
Long. A lot of people got stories to tell, and fucking. He was a good guy, and he did this for the community, and he did that for the community, and you know.
Oh, well. Do you want to get changed?
Well,
Yes.
no, keep that on. No, keep
Yes, I do.
no, leave it on.
Who
Leave it
all
on.
are Andrew,
It's
who else?
Andrew, Rico, and Alex.
Rico Suave. Never heard that before, he said.
NDB cleaning up well. Digging it, dude. Yeah,
Looks
so
good in that uniform. I like it.
I'm gonna fuck with you,
now he's gonna fuck with me. Look at this shit. Yeah, I just forgot to tell everybody that doesn't know we're broadcasting from the sunny climes of Kentucky, at least this week, and then we got to hit the road coming up pretty soon. But NDB's been shout out to this guy for looking after us through all of our tragedy over the last month. So NDB, baby, we love you, buddy. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's going to be kind of a traveling road show this summer as far as Nico and I, because we're going to be broadcasting from different places every Sunday for probably the foreseeable future until we find our landing spot. But yeah, again, NDB's been more than gracious to keep us here until we finished up the Louisville bullshit. And yeah, we're going to be like broadcasting from truck stops and other people's houses for, I don't know, a month,
Truck
2 months.
stops?
I don't know, maybe. We might do one broadcast from Karen's new studio sometime in May if she lets us, if she even lets us in the doors. And then we're going to be in Florida for a little bit. We're going to be back on the East Coast in New York for a little bit. So it's going to be an interesting summer. And we got a whole bunch of guests kind of in the docket, as NDB would say. And yeah, dun dun
dun dun.
And yeah, so yeah, we're kind of just branching out. It's just going to be kind of a road show, you know, for the next 2 months probably, if we have internet connection.
Hey, Rico, the soup man, he was like a couple blocks away from my old apartment in Midtown, and that man literally works at that place still.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that was an actual true New York story that nobody really knows. And there's always tourists that are there, and they're always freaking out like, oh my God, it's the real soup man. It's very funny.
Hey, Adrian in chat, to answer your question, well, homeless is kind of an interesting word. We're not exactly homeless because, you know, we've got places to stay, that sort of thing. But
No,
yeah,
we're homeless
technically,
right now.
We're basically homeless. We have we bought a used car with.
It's
that
about
we
the
could
same size
we
as
could
the
sleep
New York
in.
apartment.
We could sleep in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're kind of more like nomads.
We're in transition.
We're in transition. So, you know, trying to just kind of build that back up, you know, mainly basics, clothes, and then we got to work on getting a studio back together because we lost half of that, and then my MacBook Pro took a shit. So now I'm just going to be on the phone for a while, I guess.
The universe is forcing Alex not to be perfect with his audio.
To give up everything. I'm not supposed to take anything from our former life with us, apparently, because everything that's coming from the former life seems to be just breaking down. It could be a timeline jump. I don't know. I mean, all you timeline junkies out there, you might have, you know, some sort of insight on that.
Or we're existing in 2 timelines, and the other timeline had to take our things because there's like bad people in the other timeline. So we had to escape the other timeline, and we're being hidden in this timeline, and they made a copy of us in the other timeline.
Dude, after watching that Black Mirror, the part 2 of the space one, I mean, that just creeps me out anyway. So I'm just gonna take this timeline as for what it is. And if there's an alternate me somewhere else doing something, I hope he's getting up to some good stuff. Do you guys see that? The new Black Mirror? They did a sequel to the space to the space episode, which I think it's like one of the greatest Black Mirrors of all time. Usually I can't watch that show because it's so dark and it's like just full of awful. You leave watching it and you're like, you feel awful. But the space one is pretty damn cool. Like it aired like several years ago. The first one, it's got ugly Matt Damon in it, whatever his name is.
Matt Damon.
It's Kirsten Dunst's husband, actually. He played
I can't
in
remember what
that
his
Civil
name
War
is.
movie. He played the villain, one of
In
like
Breaking
the
Bad.
jerks in Breaking Bad.
He was in Fargo season
He was in
2.
Fargo. He's a great actor.
He's fantastic. And then they did part 2 just recently. So if you guys haven't seen it, at least Black Mirror, the space one from last season, and then do part 2 this season. If you're into timelines and shit like that, it's pretty interesting.
It was the video game one where they have playing a video game in space, and it's about the programming, and then he created clones of the people that work there and embedded them into the games and all that stuff. But that season, I don't know if you guys watched it. I did. It's just as disturbing as all the other seasons that they have done, but this one is super provoking. And I know that they were going to follow up the last season, and it's been a few years since they did. And they decided not to release it because they thought that it was going to scare everybody. And well, yeah, it would have scared everybody because if they had released it back then, all of that shit that is happening now is happening now.
Dude, episode 1 was dark, where his
oh my gosh, they're all dark.
His girlfriend has to get that that thing where it uses her extra data while she sleeps, and she starts getting advertisements.
Oh my
gosh. His name's Jesse Plemons. Thanks, Trollmonger. Jesse Plemons. Yeah, but it's like Twilight Zone. It's R-rated Twilight Zone is basically what it is, or it's just like Twilight Zone on steroids because they just followed that format, but just really dive into the dark shit, man. Dark stuff.
Yeah. The darkest one that I thought in Black Mirror of the whole show was the one where her husband passed away, and then she ordered a replica of her husband.
Well, the redheaded guy?
The redheaded guy, and like she had a little daughter, and it was just the most disturbing concept of death ever.
A lot of them are really dark.
They're really dark in like a really real way, which I feel like is insane. It's just a crazy series. I feel like it's a documentary, kind of like The Matrix. They're just telling us what's going on.
Yeah. So, Rico, do you want to share out the link, and we can bring some people on because we're probably not going to be able to do a panel again for a while. So I figured we'd give some people a chance to pop on and say hello.
I'll put that out too. Here's the last thing I'm going to share for the time being.
Yep, gotcha.
First half segment. A UK court finds men who stole a $6 million gold toilet guilty. And there it is.
I have a song called Golden Toilets. Whoa. Dude.
All right. So it turns out that a porcelain throne can also be made of gold. At least that was the vision behind Italian artist Maurizio Catalan's artwork titled America, created in 2016. The installation featured a fully functional toilet cast in 18-karat gold. It was initially displayed at the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum in New York City, and later at Blenheim Palace in the United Kingdom, where it was stolen in 2019.
Isn't that Saddam Hussein's toilet?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've been in Saddam's palace like 5 times.
As a Marine?
Did you poop in his gold toilet? I heard that Marines pooped in their gold toilet.
No, we weren't allowed to do that. They had like armed military. They were blocking off certain like hallways and stuff because inside of his palace, if you were walking down the hallways, you could actually just kind of look down the hallway, and he had like emeralds and like rubies and stuff embedded in the walls.
Whoa.
And yeah.
Like
anyways,
purposely, or did he like make his palace in a mine?
It was like artwork, but it was just like embedded into the wall. So so yeah, this week 2 of the people involved in the theft were convicted in the UK court, and so a $6 million toilet Like,
I feel like the gold to make that, is it gold plated? Because I feel like the gold that you would have to use to make a gold toilet like that would be like a lot, a lot more. And gold is so,
It's malleable,
it's
right?
malleable. So if
Like
you
your
sat
ass
on
cheeks
it,
would like impress into
yeah,
the toilet,
it
right?
might melt, and then your
Whoa.
butt might be in the water of the toilet. It just doesn't, it has to be gold plated.
no, it says
No, it's
right there.
pure gold. That's a
It says
pure gold toilet.
it's
I
a toilet
would.
cast, which means it's a solid gold. $6 million.
What is it? 24 karat? Is it
No,
18 karat?
18 karat.
See, like that's kind of hard, but I feel like if you sat on it for long enough, especially like a large man or something like that, you might just, I don't even want to say what might happen. So, anyways, NDB, #1 fan.
Hi, NDB. I guess that's the StreamYard link, but there's something else that's with it, apparently. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Did I do that? I don't know. Guys, I'm running on a new system. I have no idea what I did.
I'll
But
drop it.
the StreamYard link will be in there. Do you know how to pin it? I've never learned how to pin it. Anybody know how to pin it? I don't. I don't know how to do it. So what else is going on?
Gold toilets, doomsday clocks, and Trump
Katy
shutting
Perry.
down part of NASA.
Somebody said something about Trump's actually going after chemtrailers. Has anyone heard that? I didn't find anything on it, but like, if somebody has a link or put it in the chat, I believe it when I see it. Oh, here we go.
It's pissing me off.
There he is. Hi, fathead. Well, he was there. He's got like a slow internet connection out there on the plane.
In regards to chemtrails, have you guys ever seen the documentary? It's like a movie, really. It's like 2 hours long, called Frankenskies.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
Oh, you got to watch that. So the next time, if you ever talk about chemtrails to someone and they're like, "Oh, that's a conspiracy theory," like, all right, watch this, where the government admits it like 50 times. Like, yes, we are spraying you with chemicals.
They openly admitted it this week.
Oops.
Openly. Like
Yeah,
they
they
said,
did.
we're going to do it. They just said on the news, we're like, we're going to block out the sun. And people still don't believe it. I'm just like, are you even here? You know, it's like we had a perfectly sunny day here today, this morning till about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Then they sprayed and now it's overcast, just like it always is, every single day. Every single day.
Okay,
Yeah,
as of 2 days ago, the UK scientists are about to attempt to dim the sun. This came out in the news. Did anybody see this lovely story?
You want to read it to us?
Yeah, go for it.
Let me find the most ridiculous one. So, as per the Independent, UK scientists are about to attempt to dim the sun. The project will see scientists attempt to reduce sunlight as a result, the temperature of Earth. What? To reduce sunlight and as a result. Okay, I missed a word. British scientists could experiment with techniques to block the sunlight as part of a £50 million government-funded scheme to combat global warming. The geoengineering project is set to be given the go-ahead within weeks and could see scientists explore techniques, including launching clouds of reflective particles into the atmosphere or using seawater sprays to make clouds brighter. Basically what they're doing right now. Another method involves thinning natural cirrus clouds, which act as heat-trapping blankets. Does everybody knows what cirrus clouds are, right?
The what type?
I don't.
What type?
Cirrus? C-I-R-R-U-R. Are you cirrus? Natural cirrus clouds. I think cirrus clouds are the higher ones that are like light.
There's 6 different types of clouds, and then there's subcategories to those as well, like cumulus cloud, as an example.
Cumulus clouds. So, if successful, less sunlight will reach the Earth's surface and, in turn, temporarily cool the surface of the Earth. I'm not sure if there's anybody out there who's like, "Oh, that's really cool." It just doesn't make any sense to me. Because as a kid growing up, I don't remember like lines in the sky and X's and shit everywhere. It's weird. And then there was a geyser that apparently blew up in the Grand Canyon not too long ago.
I don't either, Nicole.
What? So anyways, back to you, Andrew.
I need my geyser to blow up.
Yeah, and actually, I'm looking for the pictures that I have of the chemtrails, and some of them are weird. They don't just go zigzaggy through the sky. Sometimes they are doing like loops. And I saw this happening when I was
really?
working in Menlo Park at the VA hospital. I was out there on a project, and I looked up and I was like, "What the fuck are they doing? Are they confused where they're going?" And then my buddy sends me a text with a picture, and he was like 15 miles away, but he could still see it. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" I have to find it. Sorry.
What did it look like? Like loop-de-loops in the sky, like a plane,
Yeah.
like doing like spirals, kind of.
Yeah. I don't know why when I unzip to desktop.
What's up, MDB? You're here, but you're not saying anything.
All right, I got it. Just gotta.
I don't know if he can hear you.
I bet NDB has a hat with a fish hook on it and one piece of clothing from what's the outdoor store?
Bass?
Yeah, Bass Pro. I guarantee you.
I resent that remark, Rico. Got something in my eye, Rico.
I'm only mad because I got ran over by a guy in a truck that was wearing a fish hook.
A bass hat? Bastard.
Hey, was he drinking sweet tea with lemon in it too?
I don't know, but he hit me hard. Luckily, he only hit my front tire. I didn't get hurt.
Sweet tea, baby.
So this is one of them. This is like really, really close to the San Francisco airport. So that's one of them, and you can see it as you. And they were doing this all day long in that one area.
Wait, did you put it up to present it? Because I don't see it on the screen.
Oh, well, Alex has to.
Alex has to do it?
Well, I'm sharing it.
Oh, he's not sitting at the iPad.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm here. What am I doing? Adding this?
Well, yeah, just add that.
This one.
So.
Oh, whoa, that's weird.
Yep. And then this is them continuing to do it, as I was just saying. They were doing it all day long in this one specific area. So, fucking weird. I have no idea why they were doing it like that, but that was with me driving to Sonora, which is way out by like Yosemite. Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. That's what it looks like here. We had like 27 over us the other day, 27 different streaks. And then it just ruins a perfectly good blue sky day. It was perfectly cloudless this morning. Perfectly here.
Yeah, I
Not
took
anymore.
pictures of my Class A uniform. There was not a cloud in the sky, Lowry. It was blue.
Yeah.
At like 2 o'clock, right before 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because it's like you're like when you ask people about it, like they just go contrails. I'm like, look, there's difference. It's really easy to know the difference. It's like the contrails disappear really, really quickly. The chemtrails don't. They just stay up there, and then you have a creamy white sky. It's just really that simple, and they just will not hear it. Now the news comes out and says that they're doing it, and they still won't hear it. That's why I'm still like, NPCs have got to be real. They've got to be real because they don't have the capacity to even look up. They got to breathe that shit just like everybody else, and it's like, even me, that what really is fascinating to me is like the pilots have to breathe it, and yet they're spraying it, and they still have to breathe it when they get on the ground, which is really baffling to me. They must just be total retards or total NPC pilot retards that are flying those planes. I mean, I don't know.
I actually have a buddy that's he rejoined the military, and it's something called a load master. So they have to know how to load like weapons and stuff onto aircraft, and how to take care of it and all that stuff. And he shared a video with me. He's like, yeah, I was talking to him about chemtrails. And he's like, what are those? And then about a year later, he sends me a text with a video, and He's like, oh, this is what chemtrails are. And it was like these 8 big fucking canisters that they just open up the back of the aircraft. And he's like, yeah, this is what's happening. We're spraying the fucking, like the entire town.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's a military.
Oh, it's just cloud seeding.
Yeah, they'll spin it. They'll spin it a lot of different ways. But you know, it's. I was also thinking too. It's like with the Katy Perry thing, and now the chemtrail thing. There's like a lot of things that are starting to come together in, you know, what I would call streams starting to form a river. This is me being positive because they're just like there's so many black pilled things going on. It's just like, but like once they start piling up on each other, there's got to be at some point in time a breaking of the wave or a 100th monkey effect or something where everyone's like, yes, we've been talking about this for 10 years or longer, probably for chemtrails, you know, FE at least 10 years, some people longer. And the Katy Perry thing is just wrecked the internet for space. So like, how long is it going to take until everybody snaps out of it? I don't know. I would think that these streams are starting to come together and make a river. I mean, I don't know what you guys think. But,
live streams?
Well, that too.
He was metaphorical.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things in that documentary that they show you is that once, because chemtrails used to not exist, but as soon as they started being sprayed everywhere, what they found is autism rates in children went up like a lot.
Right.
So that's another factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't remember having so many hazy white skies when I was a kid. You know, I don't remember any of that. Did you hear about that German company or that guy in Germany who was paid to go back in and put chemtrails in Disney cartoons? That was a thing too. They had to go back into the old archive and start putting them in there. And now you'll see movie posters with chemtrails in them. You'll see old movies with chemtrails in them. So they went back in and rewrote history in reverse so that it just normalizes the fact that they're there. And now you see stuff all the time. You'll see a movie poster that's got a chemtrail in it. You'll see TV advertisements with chemtrails all over them. You'll actually watch the movies and they'll just have them in there, just normalizing
video games. Video games.
No way.
It's fucking gross.
They
oh
did
my
it.
gosh.
Video games? They're doing it in video games too?
Oh, they've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I noticed it first in Destiny.
They did it in that movie Cars.
Yeah.
Really?
Fucking gross. Hi, everybody. Sorry.
Did they do that? Hold on. Did they do that in Beauty and the Beast? And did they put chemtrails in the ocean in Ariel and The Little Mermaid?
That would be weird because like there's not supposed to be airplanes in a mermaid movie, but I wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Oh, exactly. Like in Beauty and the Beast when she's in like, you know, the antique village in France.
How twisted would that be if there was a chemtrail in a fantasy movie that doesn't have airplanes? That would be twisted.
Oh man.
You imagine the guy painting those in, like he's like, "Why are we putting chemtrails in a fantasy?"
Like Bob Ross.
cartoon?
And here's a happy little chemtrail.
Yeah, yeah.
Across the sky.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that too.
Instead, it's like, here's an evil little chemtrail. I'm gonna put this right in
Yeah.
here.
Oh, here's a happy little chemtrail.
Did you guys hear Did you guys hear the rabbit hole about Bob Ross? That like all the paintings is like he's telling you where he's hidden all the bodies. Have you heard this one?
Yes.
I've heard one like
I have
that.
not heard that.
Oh, it's. I mean, you hate to think of Bob Ross like that because I've always liked that guy, but it's
No,
just
no,
like,
no. Hang on.
Well,
I know a lot about Bob Ross. I never got to meet him.
I heard that they're in order. Like if you play like his series, the paintings take you on a trail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a trail to where he buried the bodies.
Yeah.
No, he buried the bodies along the trail. So there were bodies that were found, and they can't identify any of them. They're all women.
I'm not snoozing, Bill. I'm looking at my cell phone down here. Urgh.
I've watched every single Bob Ross painting video probably 5 times, and
I used to love it.
And that's how I learned how to paint. Was from him. I have my own easel and everything in my bedroom, and
maybe he was kind of like a Dexter.
Bob Ross is retired Air Force. He was stationed mostly in Alaska the entire time, and he worked as a a pharmacy, something or other. He wasn't a pharmacist, but he worked in like the pharmacy department or something. And that's where a lot of his videos are derived. His paintings are derived from Alaska because.
Ah, okay.
But Bob Ross is, I mean, he was like the most gentle and calm person in the world. And one of the reasons that he's like
that makes the best serial killer.
He was like that was because when he was in the Air Force, as soon as he started going up in rank, that's when you have to start like yelling at people and like commanding them to do things. And he said he hated doing that, but he had to. He said, and he swore to himself and everyone else that once he got out of the Air Force, he would never yell again.
Ah, see, I like that.
And he also started painting because of PTSD, right?
Well, no, he started painting while he was in the Air Force because he wasn't getting paid a whole lot. So he figured out how to do a 30-minute painting, and he said he would do like 2 of those per day for years and years and years. And he was taking those and then selling them to people for a little bit of side income.
Hustler.
Little side hustle.
Little side hustle. I just saw a TikTok like a week or 2 ago about they found Bob Ross's house in like his abandoned house, and there's I guess murals all over the walls. It was a really cool TikTok. I'll see if I can find it.
Where do you live?
So
where's he from?
Alaska. Well, he's stationed in Alaska, but I'm not exactly sure where he's from. But I know that there is a huge trust issue with his whole family and like the Bob Ross empire with his paints and his palettes and all of his supplies, because you could, there was always, remember on PBS there was always a 1-800 number where you could call up and order like the Bob Ross paints and like your starter set with like your starter brushes and stuff.
Yeah.
My mom never let me have her credit card to order it, and that was because in the 80s women weren't allowed to have credit cards.
He was from Florida, born and raised. Then he joined the Air Force, and he got stationed mostly in Alaska. But then, where he did all of his painting, most of his paintings, on, the Joy of Painting, was in Indiana.
Nice. Let's take a quick look at where Fathead's going to have his little gathering in June, and then we'll take a quick break. Fathead, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
So,
the wind is blowing a bit.
Give us a quick tour of the layout of. He's basically on the front range there. He's looking. I think he's behind his house.
The sun's kind of right in the way there.
Yeah, and then he's got a garage there where he puts the music, and then people just kind of hang out in front and in back. There's the little barbecue area, and then when the sun goes down,
I don't know if you've been here since I put a new patio in, Lowry. Look at this. I don't know if you've been here since I did this.
There was cement down when I was there last time.
Yep. Was it the whole width that like?
I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah. So
and then there's the garage.
So they put the music in there, and then everybody.
Here. I'm not going to go in there too far because. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the kit over there in the corner.
Yeah, so they put the music in there, then everybody spills out the front and they out the back, and
it's not bad. If I'm going to go in there too far. The house.
Yeah.
Whee!
And then if you're looking out that way, yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So it's super cool.
So then,
and great shot of the mountains to the west. You probably won't be able to see it in this video.
Camp. Let's see if we can. Yeah, the clouds are kind of. Speaking of chemtrails, these fucking assholes. Look at this shit.
Yeah. So as you look out the back, there's, and you can see Pikes Peak. And you can see the mountain range. It's really beautiful, gorgeous. Highly recommend if you guys can make it out there, do that. And yeah,
it will get greener. It will get greener before you guys come. Look at these rose bushes. It's amazing.
Ooh.
Little wild roses.
Nice.
Some irises.
Hey,
Some
Andrew,
trees
you
I
have that
planted
video?
a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty much break time. I'll go ahead and cue that up right now.
Yeah, so we will be back here in a little bit, and we've got the link up. So we've got 3 more spots on the panel. We're just going to kind of open it up tonight, as well. We're going to have guests starting next week on through, at least for a month or so, if not 2 months. So let's get everybody on that wants to come on.
Hey, don't forget Dave's commercial. I think we forgot it last week.
The link was on my iMac, and that got stolen in Louisville. So I don't even have that link anymore. So if you want to share that in private or send it over to Andrew, we could do that. But I don't have it anywhere on any of my machines. So there you go.
I'll get Weiss to resend it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Robot Publisher.
We'll be back in a bit.
You know I'm not a flat Earth guy. I'm not one who's usually predisposed to calling space fake and gay and looking suspiciously at videos of space travel, but there was a particularly absurd expedition into space yesterday.
The first all-female crew on a Blue Origin flight. Keeping up with the Kardashians in space.
Something about launch day, it just hits different, right, ladies? Truly the stuff of science fiction now come to life.
We're not just sitting in a studio talking about this.
I know.
This isn't a green screen behind us, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the ground.
It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. I'm going to be very emotional this weekend, of course.
Yeah, it's an emotional thing. It's a big journey.
What a ride. It already has been and will continue to be, obviously.
First of all, we look good. This experience.
Oh my God.
It is real.
I'm so excited. I love the messaging that we keep receiving from the staff here.
Mouth vomit.
Fuck up, Chloe. Don't film it through your phones. They will supply all the content that we need and to give to our
We should be
families.
thanking these
One of the
girls.
things that I find so refreshing is that, back in the early days of human spaceflight, you had the Mercury astronauts, and they were all white male military test pilots, and they all had to have the right stuff. You could never talk about nerves or being nervous or your feelings or stuff like that. That was the wrong stuff. But now in 2025, it is the right stuff.
Where's that outrage? Why aren't all the men protesting?
It looks
No
faker than
women in
anything I've ever
space.
seen. It looks like a bad movie. It looks just totally
It's like
fake.
the
I'm just
space
gonna say, it looks
suffrage
totally fake. Now,
movement.
I didn't want to go off on that jag, but now everybody's talking about. Now nobody thinks it was real.
This is
Where's
all
the
so
chemtrails?
stupid.
Did you see any
There's
chemtrails?
something,
He's
something's
got
gone
chemtrails behind him.
horribly wrong here.
Look at this. It's almost too
Dildos in
insane to even believe.
space.
But like right there, what is that? So now everybody thinks it was fake. Nobody thinks it was real.
And if that one
it's
is
like
fake,
the
Kinda
common
looks like a lost
conversation is that
tampon.
it's just totally fake. Fakest thing I've ever seen. It just looks ridiculous, folks. Here's a new one that just came out. So when they landed, they make it seem like, oh, the team's got to rush over there to open the space capsule, and Bezos is going to open the space capsule. But if you look at this video, you'll notice somebody actually opened the door from the inside, and then they reclosed it so that they could recapture the moment of Bezos running up to open the door and I guess greet his wife.
Got some questions. All right. So Jeff Bezos goes to open the hatch using a tool, using some sort of, specially designed tool to open this sealed door. And it doesn't go as planned. And it's a little bit suspicious to me.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
So he's got the tool, he puts on the hatch. He's about to.
Oopsie.
It just pops right open.
Oopsie.
So he didn't actually use the tool. And you hear him say, like, oh, we didn't actually need it.
Sorry, I spent the rest of your
Okay,
weed.
so
Are you muted?
it just popped right open. So there's no.
Oh.
So there's no tool
Sorry.
actually needed.
doing halftime anyway.
Sorry,
So
I was
what
yelling
was keeping it
earlier
shut before? Like,
this morning.
that was weird.
Sometimes Lowry
That was
doesn't,
very
take
weird.
accountability.
That was a mess up. Why did that door open inward?
I'm sorry.
And why did
I'm
you
really
not
sorry.
need to
Did
use
you
the
get a
tool to
haircut
open
too?
it? Why did it flop
Look at
open
you
like it
all.
was made out of cardboard?
Nicole, they can hear you.
America 2025. Explain that video to me. That's all I'm asking. Explain to me how the hatch opens without the tool being used, why the hatch opens inward, why there are no marks on it, and why we have to pretend like this is real. It's a little bit embarrassing. It's a little bit embarrassing, and I can't help but ask, what's the story? What's the story behind that?
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Is it what you expected?
No.
Better.
I don't think you can describe it.
If it's so wild out there, like going to space, you can absolutely make it through.
And there's no boundaries, there's no border. There's just
Oh wow, just all the
dreams
catchwords.
are real, and sometimes reality is wrong.
Dreams are real.
Beautiful magic that is everywhere, all around us.
Katy Perry.
Even in a simple daisy.
Bizarre Baphomet image on the uniform. The whole thing looks fake.
Oh my god.
That's just weird. That's all I can say about that.
Why would they fake it? Is the I guess the question.
Because the Earth is flat. Just. Oh boy, what do you even?
You know
what
it's
do-
real because it looks so fake.
Yeah,
okay?
what do you even say? What do you even do with that? It's like, okay, so all right, then you'll get some people on the internet. Well, they did fake that one, but I mean, if they faked one, they faked them all. They've been faking it since '69, and sooner. And I don't, did I even have to say that again? That they're actually
They've been faking
retards
it
that-
since '69.
Yeah, I knew you were going to pick up on that one. Yeah, but it's like, here comes the incoming logic bullet, right? So, like, we've been calling out fake space for a long time, but now the internet knows, and now everyone's like all on the gravy train of like, yeah, they faked it. Well, then, you have to ask yourself the real question. It's like, gee, how long have they been doing this? And you have to break it to them. You're like, the whole fucking time. They've been doing it since the beginning. It's been fake. And that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. A lot of people just, they're not ready to let go of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. They still like their space flight, and they still like their rocket fuels working in a vacuum, which is impossible. They just can't get past it. And so, we're hoping that, thank you, Katy Perry. Thank you, ladies, for completely flubbing it and fucking up the already fake space program, and you just made it even more fake, and now everybody's going to know about it. Now, what you do with it is going to be the question, because now it's like people are going to have to man up to their real fears about the fact that their space religion has been bullshit from the very beginning. Bullshit.
They're just proving fake it till you make it is actually true.
Well, they have big dreams, Nico. Big dreams.
Big
And
dreams. And
space
big
is about
dildos.
dreams. It's about dreams and
Big penises in the sky.
creating future scientists, and look at us and like, just what a crock of steaming pile of shit.
They didn't wear any helmets.
Just
there was not one helmet on that ship. And let me tell you something. I would probably I wear a helmet. Well, I don't. I would wear a helmet motorcycling, and I would probably wear a helmet, skiing, or maybe like I used to ride a scooter in New York. I wore a helmet. I didn't even leave the ground. So
that age-old question. They're also saying like, oh no, it just went straight up. It was a very peaceful flight. It went to space, and then they landed in the same damn spot. I don't know how to tell people this. At 1,000 miles an hour spin, even if it's not quite 1,000 miles per hour, and if they went to space and went outside of gravity, that means the Earth spins underneath it, which it doesn't. And they landed back down, same spot. That's retarded.
maybe they don't have brains. That's why they don't need helmets.
No, they follow orders, and they go and they say little cheesy bylines like, "This is the dream of the future. Oh, it was so beautiful." She gets out and kisses the ground. Steaming pile of shit. Even the production was just like laughable. Like they didn't think it through, or they're doing it on purpose. And I seem to think, or this is just my line of thinking right now, is that they're doing it on purpose.
I think so too.
And to muddy the waters even further. Okay, so that one was fake, yeah, but that was more so just for publicity. But we're really going out into space, into Mars, into the moon. Can't fucking land on the moon. You've never been to Mars. It's all a steaming pile of shit. That's what I got to say about that.
In a gold toilet.
Hey, the gold toilet's real. I'd like to have that.
It's a steaming pile of shit in the gold toilet.
In the gold toilet.
It's golden shit. Golden bullshit.
So
I've got something else here in regards to that nonsense. All right. Share this. Share. Okay, it's a very short one, but this is why I call bullshit to it. For any time that anyone is going to say, "Oh yeah," like Jaron was like, "Oh, if you don't believe that was real, then you're a retard."
It's
All
bully shit on this episode since it's 48 bully
So this, it's only 30 seconds, but it shows what G-forces do.
Okay. Okay, here we go. All right.
3, 2, 1, go. All the way around. Looking for the recovery gate, and boom, right through the gate. How about that? Oh, that's cool. That was 9.5 speed. What? Yep. Holy that's crazy. So,
Yeah, and you know what? Let's talk about that.
Bruschetta?
Bruschetta. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I feel like that's an Italian dessert. Well, no, all I know is hi, I'd like the baguette with some bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Yes.
So that was a jet plane.
Bruschetta.
Probably getting maybe what do you
Love
think, Andrew? 2 Gs, 3 Gs as it's going upside down.
2 or 3. Yeah,
So it's pulling the cheeks back like this or whatever. So escape velocity on the Blue Origin dildo rocket is allegedly what is it like? Gets up to like 15,000 miles per hour for escape velocity. I mean, you got to get outside of outside of the pull of gravity to get to be floating. Yeah. So basically, what happens, and Brenda, I know you're out there listening. What happens is, at that speed, if anyone actually achieved it, which they don't, they would melt to the back of their chair and then be incinerated almost immediately at 25,000 miles per hour. I'll show you a jet rocket sled at 6,000 miles per hour, and it would kill you. Riding it. It's dumb. It's a religion.
Do they have vacuums in space? Like, can you have a vacuum on the moon?
Spaceballs
like, if
do.
I had a house vacuum, could I have one of those like robot vacuums that like,
Spaceballs
picked
did.
up my
That
moon
was
dust
fun.
or whatever?
Do you remember that scene from Spaceballs where they had the vacuum in space?
Yeah, it was
That-
the nuts made with a giant vacuum.
Yeah. That was kind of a nod way back in the day to, hey,
Oh my
we're
God,
fooling
Rosie
you.
on the Jetsons always had a vacuum too. She was always vacuuming.
Yep. So the other thing
Oh.
about G-forces is when I was stationed in Pensacola Naval Air Station, that's where the Blue Angels train at.
Mhm.
I had to go and stand watch, basically as a sentry at the facility where all of the officers would be going in to train. And I was asking them, like, hey, what is one of the hardest things about, training for this? It's the G-forces. And they said you can pass out like really fast.
Yeah. You can pass out on a roller coaster.
And what they have to do is like a breathing exercise they have to do. Otherwise, all of the blood from their head just goes right into their legs.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes them pass out.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what the hardest part about rollerblading is?
Rollerblading.
Putting on the rollerblades?
Yeah.
Telling your parents.
Telling
your parents you're gay.
I don't get it.
It's an oldie.
I
Let's
don't
see.
understand. Can you explain later? I don't understand that.
We'll talk.
Oh wait, sorry, I did that. That should be there. There you go. So yeah, there is a video. I think it's worth review. Let's get the rocket sled video and just kind of review what 6,000 miles per hour looks like, just for the audience.
I think most people have seen it, but I'll show it.
Yeah, it's for the newbies, for the ones in the back, so you can get kind of a visual sense of what 6,000 miles per hour looks like. I mean, space flight and the speed of space flight is all Disneyland nonsense. I mean, the kind of speeds that they're talking about there's no material that would survive that in an atmosphere. It would just incinerate itself. The rocket would blast straight through the material supporting it and probably wouldn't even run. I mean, that kind of speed is ludicrous. It's like plaid speed from Spaceballs. This is what it is. It's ludicrous. And if you look at this and just for the eye test, we have the rocket sled video, it's basically, I think they get it up to 6,000 miles per hour. and then even play at half speed. You can't see it. Let's look at this real quick. A lot of you guys have seen this, but let's take a look. So this is full speed. Let's go full screen here.
And then no, it's not just the amount of acceleration.
So you can't even see that. This is half speed. Still can't see it. Let's go quarter speed.
It's called a railgun.
Yeah. So that's 6,000 miles per hour. Escape velocity is over 14,000 miles per hour, allegedly, and greater if there was actually an escape velocity to go anywhere. That would kill anyone on board.
No, escape velocity is 25,000 miles an hour.
25,000 miles per hour. So just imagine that speed times, I don't know, 4. Basically, it's just retarded. I can't even believe I have to explain that to people when they look at it. And you're saying that someone's riding on top of a Buck Rogers fucking cowboy rocket at 25,000 miles per hour. It's stupid. It's retarded. There's no reason to even talk about it anymore. It's for kids and people that believe in lightsabers. That's it.
We were driving when we were at Flattober a couple years ago. NDB had a Mustang, and we drove to the Hoover Dam, and he was driving so fast that my cheeks were like,
spit was flying out of my mouth. I remember that.
Yeah.
I turned my face
'Cause we were in
sideways
the back
and spit
seat.
just went.
and the top was down. We're just like, I was like, look at my cheek. I was like, oh gosh. Yeah. Brenda, sorry, not today. Not today, Brenda.
No.
All right, so here's another one.
No.
I didn't know this was real. I just looked it up, just thinking, maybe someone figured it out.
Penis.
Oh,
So yes, there was a line of sex toys inspired by Jeff Bezos' shuttle launch. Because
Imagine
why
that.
not?
Amazon is gonna bank on that.
Imagine that.
Amazon and
give
Blue
me a
Origin
rocket.
founder Jeff Bezos went into space yesterday via the New Shepard rocket. It's the latest voyage in what's shaping up to be a billionaire space race.
Oh my God, I knew that's what they were gonna do. They were gonna
This
turn it
was,
into crotch rockets.
So like all
Crotch
of you space lovers out there, all you space worshipers, your space nerds, the people that actually believe this is true. Are you seeing the joke yet? Are you starting to get it? See, they're doing the joke. They're rubbing it in your face.
They're
if you
showing
believe in
it to
space,
you.
they're shitting on your head.
Yes.
They're shitting on your head with this stuff. Okay.
In gold
And they-
toilets.
And when Elon Musk, whatever the fuck he is, whenever he starts talking about Mars, all he's doing is spreading his ass cheeks and shitting on your face. That's what he's doing. And
Do you know what
the sooner
Mars
you can
spells
get to that
backwards?
point- What?
SARS
Okay.
or SRAM. I'm totally wrong.
So this is gonna continue. This sort of stuff is going to continue until everybody gets it. That's why I think this has got to be on purpose, because you have to be a complete retard to believe in this shit. You have to be. I can't. The joke is on you if you believe in space. It's on you, and they're going to continue to make more sex jokes and more stupid productions of pop stars who are controlled by somebody out west or wherever the fuck they're at to go on TV and do a little dance for you and say, space, space, look at space, I'm floating in space. They're going to do that until the retards wake up, if it's possible.
All right, and this goes on. I skipped
Sorry.
part of it, but you can kind of see what this thing is. And the toys will be available for purchase shortly, according to the press release, because, as with building space rockets, good design takes time. The press release also included a statement from Cam Soda, Vice President Darren, is that right? Darren Parker, which perhaps takes the cake from the term Gallic dick. There it is, right there. Gallic dick.
You can't make this up. Oh my
With our
gosh.
line of billionaire flesh rockets, people who can't afford a ticket aboard the VSS.
Did you say
Unity,
flesh
Blue
rockets?
Origin, or Elon Musk's space rocket, can get off in a different way and penetrate
OMG.
Penetrate the what?
Penetrate.
The inner space?
ozone.
The ozone.
Oh gosh. Oh,
boldly
man.
into where no one's gone before, explore Uranus, and maybe even have a
Oh,
closer
for
encounter
God's sake.
of the pantless kind.
What? This is for real? Like, this is a real
Yeah,
article.
This is off of the Washington Post.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. A little lesson in getting your nose rubbed in dog shit from NASA and other space agencies. We'll keep calling it out until everybody kind of snaps out of it, but that's what it is. And Katy Perry, thank you so much. You did us such a huge favor by just doing that, and we didn't have to even lift a finger. All we had to do was laugh about it.
Do you guys remember when you were children, the penis game?
No.
Whoever says it the loudest and the most publicly played wins, like penis, and you escalate. You never played the penis game. You never played that.
Never even heard of it.
Whoever gets to that point of, oh man, must be a color. Penis.
I don't know anything about it.
Rico knows.
Like beaver whack? Is that what you're talking? Like you saw a station wagon with like wood on the side of it, and you're like beaver whack, or like
I'm just saying, like the penis game is where the louder you say penis, the more you win if you can say it the loudest and get the most people's attention.
Right? It's like in a public space.
They're playing.
Oh.
Correct.
Okay.
And so they're totally playing the penis game, right?
They're
who
playing
can make
the
it more
media
phallic
penis
and who
game.
can make it more like.
Yeah. I mean, literally,
I
they're
don't
probably
know.
going
That
to put.
just
They're probably
came to
going to
my
put special. They're probably going to put special rocket boosters that resemble balls on the next Origin rocket. So it's going to literally be a cock and balls, but they're going to call it some SE5, super engine designed to go to Mars. It'll be a pair of fucking circular fucking balls on the bottom, and then people still will not fucking see this shit. They won't.
And now the rocket is penetrating Earth's barrier.
Straight out of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Straight out of
It
Powers.
is.
It's a huge Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. I mean, it's like.
By the way, I think they've already done that. I think Weiss actually found one. I can't remember which rocket company it was, but yeah, they showed that. It was a cock and balls.
Really?
Yeah. Here,
Well, I thought I was being all funny, but they already did it. So they're way ahead of me. See, guys? They're ahead on the joke.
So would anybody watch a show with me and Brenda about arts and crafts and like space?
No. I would.
You might be onto something though, because if you can
Arts
get
and crafts,
Brenda,
like we can learn to crochet and talk about space.
if you could get Brenda to like actually just do crochet and like go over recipes without talking about fake space, I mean that could be interesting because he might struggle. She, Brandon, Brenda, you might struggle in the fighting against this ability that you have to just want to debate flat earthers to no end and just take all the punishment. I just don't get it, Brenda. But I think it would be sweet to go over a casserole recipes with Brenda.
Or do like a Bob Ross painting with her?
Yeah.
Him, them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we should do like, space race to finish the art and craft or something like that. Like who can crochet this faster? I don't know. Anyway, Brenda, I'm up for it if you want to talk.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another one.
Cock Rockets fizzy candy. Ooh.
Wait, what's going on? Hold on. What is NDB is talking out there? Is NDB backstage?
No.
Oh.
I think he's
Maybe
talking
he's
to somebody
not talking to
else. Go ahead, Andrew.
So yeah, these look just like Jeff Bezos' rockets, like almost identical, and it's candy.
Cock rockets.
And yeah, set of 3, you can get them for $8.75 a piece.
Crotch rockets.
Oh, don't get.
Crotch rocket.
Okay,
Crotch rockets.
there's BSTs next thing.
Crotch rocket. Crotch rocket.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Crotch rocket.
Crotch rockets. I mean, it's actually a brilliant. So now Katy Perry is probably going to come out with like a Lifetime's documentary only on Amazon, and crotch rockets are going to be what is the main dildo sponsor of it. I feel like the press release is already written.
Quit doing your work for them, Nico. Stop it.
Crotch rockets.
Crotchet. Wait, what?
Hey, I'll be back in a few minutes. I got to go down to my garage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's 70 NDB. I mean, it's, at this point in time, we're at a stage where we can laugh about this now because it is that fucking funny.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it. I mean, it's like, and the more they make it obvious, the more it's going to be funny. And I wanted to see Katy Perry dancing. If you guys haven't seen her dancing, you guys would really appreciate her ability to move.
I thought Andrew was going to play that.
Oh, it wasn't on
do the robot really well.
Oh, it's quite fascinating, actually. If you can put the link in the private chat, Nicole, then Andrew can grab it from there.
Yeah, I'll do that in just a little bit, but I have to go to my garage and check on my electrical panel. I think something happened.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm an electrician. Don't worry about it. I can figure it out.
Well, that's fine, but that doesn't sound good regardless.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to find it. I'm going to mute it because Kyler's here. So.
Hey guys,
something went wrong in my electrical panel.
Hey,
it's just not something you want to hear.
My fish is ready. I'm gonna eat.
Crotch rocket. Wait, oh my god. Crotch rockets. He goes down to his electrical panel. You got to eat fish. And then I'm like, crotch rockets.
Is it gefilte fish? Is it some gefilte?
Oh, have you ever had that shit?
No,
it's actually gefilte fish.
Okay, sure. My bad.
Gefilte fish makes more sense because it's gills. It's like a fish inside of gelatin.
That sounds awful.
That's what gefilte fish is. It's absolutely just disgusting. Do you want me to find the link on TikTok or?
Yeah, go ahead and find it and share it in the private. And I did want to ask the chat too, just like because I said earlier in the broadcast tonight that we're not going to announce anything, but we're considering an event in the fall in Atlanta. And we were thinking, a lot of people that have been to Karen B's events, like at Flattober, she would run it Friday, but the actual event would be Saturday and Sunday. What we're thinking is we run it because a lot of people would rather take their Friday off. And then we start at noon on Friday with just a meetup. And then like around 5, we start 2 or 3 speakers Friday night. And then we run all day Saturday so that people that need to get back to their regular jobs or whatever, they have Sunday to do that, as opposed to extending through Sunday. We still have a meetup on Sunday, like whoever's left over that still wants to hang out and do stuff. But if you guys like in the chat, like the Friday, Saturday, 2-day kind of idea better than Saturday, Sunday, just put a 1 in there. And then and we'll have more details on it. Again, we don't have the place secured yet, so I don't want to say much more about it. But I think it'd be a lot cooler to go on Friday, like, and have a few speakers on Friday night, and then do a majority of everything else on Saturday. And it's it's in Atlanta, so it's close to the hub. It's close to the airport. It's pretty cheap to roll in there. So yeah, maybe some feedback would be good on that as we sort of close in on it.
And also jamming the plane in June. Sorry.
Jamming on the plane in
I'm
June.
going to push it all the time.
June 20th.
It's number 5, dang it.
Yeah, number 5.
Come out and hang out, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't reach I just don't want to touch that thing over there. And I just put a link to one of the newest Katy Perry's. Andrew, if you're done with your electric board.
I think he's doing
Is he
stuff
still down there?
downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to put them in here. Uh, 7-Eleven Lucas, what location do you want me to IG you?
No, I'm back now.
Oh, okay. So
So
there's
the-
a link. I'm finding the Katy Perry things. Does anybody else have anything to say?
To rewire it again.
Oh. Well, I know a guy.
I have a degree in electronics, and I'm also.
You're the guy I know, man.
Oh, good. Okay. I was hoping that's what you were going to say.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to find the first one.
I'm not Andrew Good, but I wired my basement.
Hold on. Let me see.
It takes practice. A lot.
I will say that is correct. Yeah. Every outlet I wired, it was like, oh, let me try this. And oh, that's a lot easier. Let me do that. Okay, let me do this.
If anybody ever wants free electrical advice, one of the best ways to reach out to me, just on Discord, and I will go live with you and show you. Or I'll give you my phone number. I don't care.
Yeah, he's good with that. He'll keep you from electrocuting yourself.
That's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to fuck with electricity. That shit'll kill you.
Yeah. And there's a link somewhere up there in the, if you guys want to join the panel, we got about another 30 minutes. We didn't have a lot scheduled this weekend. It's been pretty busy, and then we'll get back to our guests starting next week. But if there's anybody out there that wants to pop on, the StreamYard link is in there. As I don't know when the next chance is we're going to have to do a panel.
Lowry,
So-
have you tried putting your browser into desktop mode to then be able to use like the present feature?
You mean on the pad?
Correct.
I didn't know I could do that.
Well, I don't know. You can do it on Android. I'm not really
probably not on
Apple
Mac.
guy, but if you go into your settings, there might be a setting somewhere that says desktop mode or something to that effect.
I'll check it.
But this might be something to look into.
Make it desktop mode, huh? Yeah, let's see.
Where is it?
Desktop mode. I would doubt it, because the weird thing about going from MacBook over to a pad is just really strange, and it's counterintuitive to me. Yeah, I don't see anything like that.
That's worth a shot.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought, Nico, you were putting it into the...
I was trying to find it.
Oh, this is...
You already have it?
I think you put it in there. This is a short?
That's one of them.
Okay. Oh, this... Oh, my God. What is
Check this out. Check this
Hold
out.
on. This is not even the worst of it.
Uh-oh.
Katy Perry.
This is Katy Perry?
Mm-hmm. Kiss me. You guys all know the song.
I don't know anything about Katy Perry.
She's
other
doing
than-
her best Darth Maul there.
Yeah, she's the Sith, right? That's Darth Maul.
Okay, here's another one.
There's one
I'm
with
trying
the...
to find the one that's sped up, but there were so like I'm a dancer. I grew up dancing, and you know, when I was a kid, like I always wanted to be a performer, but it didn't work out that way because I got sick of dancing because it was really hard on your body. And she's like the same age as I am, but Madonna is like could be our mother. And Madonna can move way better than her. So maybe Katy Perry needs to do some yoga. Maybe they should start doing like robot yoga or something like that. So the robots can
Katy
like,
Perry was,
stretch
like,
their
30.
bodies. No, she's old. She's in her 40s.
Oh.
Taylor Swift is, I think Katy Perry is like a year or two younger than me.
What do we got here?
Why do we have to mention Madonna? I'm gonna vomit now because all I can think about is that one shot of her like on that one bar like last year in that weird jumpsuit.
Right.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find another one.
No, please don't.
Not Madonna. I want
Oh, okay.
I just want to find the sped up one because the sped up one is hilarious. Anyway, you guys.
We're not going to torture the audience, are we?
No, but I mean, just for another minute. Just give me a second.
Well, I mean, kinda, but
Yeah. Well, you know, look, as I was saying, as a dancer, she can't move her body. Taylor Swift is not a dancer. You can tell who's a dancer. Like Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande, they grew up dancing. They did ballet. They know how to move their bodies. They're coordinated. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, they don't have like the same muscle memory or muscles, you know, the way that you stretch your muscles when you're dancing is different than, it's not something that you can replicate. Like if you're a dancer, you can tell if somebody else is a dancer. Like there's a difference between gymnast and dancing. Like maybe Katy Perry was a gymnast and she knows how to flip, or maybe she was an ice skater and she knows how to spin, which is fine because there's still basics of dancing, but like she doesn't have any rhythm. She never has. Neither has Taylor Swift. Neither has like Jennifer Lopez, she has rhythm. Shakira, rhythm. I wish DJ was here because he would like Miley Cyrus, no rhythm. Am I the only one here?
no, that's why they're gross when they dance.
Well,
and like
no,
Shakira is really hot because it's like, yeah, all right, she can move.
because she's Latina and she can move. Christina Aguilera, she can dance. Britney Spears,
Yep.
she can dance. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say the M word again, but she can dance. And sometimes you have natural rhythm and sometimes you're trained, but regardless of whether or not you have natural rhythm or you're trained, you can tell if somebody is a dancer. And I will say it is not easy to perform and dance at the same time. Like you have to really be able to control your breathing if you're doing all of those moves and dancing. It is a superpower. Not very many people can do it. And like Milli Vanilli definitely couldn't do it. Remember when they got all in trouble for like lip syncing and stuff? Anyways, I just want to see this sped up version of this and then I'll shut up. Okay, so Fathead, what do we have to look forward to on Jamming on the Plane?
Well, you guys are coming,
Mhm.
so that's one. You know, I feel
So
like
I get to
that's
look
something
forward to
look
me
forward
being
to.
there with the babies.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no baby goats. I might pick up a
Well,
baby
no,
goat or two on the way there.
I don't do
Bring
goats.
it like
I don't have goats. No
why?
Because I don't have fencing for all that.
They don't need fencing.
Oh yeah, they do.
Not when they're babies.
Well, but not, and then they get bigger. I mean, you can't
Well-
just have babies and not like take care of them.
Well, then they'll be mountain goats.
I don't think that's quite how that works.
And also, if you're feeding them, then they'll always come back.
I don't think so, Tim.
But have you ever seen a baby goat?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Have you
Well,
ever seen a baby
apparently,
cow?
I can't find this.
'Cause these baby cows are pretty ridiculously cute. So by the
So-
time you get here, they'll be bigger. But
Apparently, the Antichrist has revealed himself, according to TikTok. And
interesting. So
Mhm.
my buddy from Denmark is coming out again. He was here last year.
Yeah.
Brian, he's a lot of fun.
What does he do in Denmark?
Tony Coriolis. He's a
Tony Coriolis,
like,
the Tony Coriolis,
is
like
coming out.
the
Yes,
legend. Tony
The
Coriolis,
legend,
the
the
legend,
man, the myth himself.
the myth.
The last I
Oh my
heard,
gosh,
he is coming out.
is he bringing his turtle?
I do not know. You will have to ask about
Oh.
dude.
Dude. Dude.
Algorithm will be here.
Oh, fun! I love Algo. He's awesome.
Who else? I don't know. It's always a surprise because random people show up, and there's the staples. Like there's this dude out of Fort Collins that used to run like an FE meetup and stuff, and he's kind of stopped because the turnouts got pretty low. But he'll chat your ear off. It's wonderful. He's great. He brings different things to try. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh, fun. Are we going to be there? Is it on a Sunday? Is there a Sunday in there? Because we're going to have to broadcast from there if we're there.
So it's a weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay. So then there'll be a special tinfoil sombrero from Live at Fatheads.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys are welcome to be here longer than that. Whatever. I tell everybody that, because I'll put you to work and we'll have a good time with it.
Fantastic. I will take care of the babies.
There you go.
I'll take care of the baby checks. Hold on, really quick, Andrew. Before I just want to say that it is episode 48 tonight, and a year of episodes is what, 52? So next week, not next week, the week after, in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks from now, it'll be our 1 year anniversary of Tinfoil Sombrero.
Woo!
We made it.
May 18th. Okay.
May 18th. Yeah.
This
looks like dude will not be attending Jam.
Damn it.
He wouldn't want to come, is what Tony says. I don't know.
I mean, he's just a little shy. He likes.
Sorry, I don't mean to
shy.
keep stamping on you there, Andrew.
No, it's all right, man. So there's this guy, Keith Apicary. If you haven't seen this before, it's going to blow your fucking mind. And the reason I'm showing this is because Kimberly Cole, I don't know who that is, and she was auditioning for professional dancers, and this guy shows up. I'm only bringing this up because you were talking about dancing. So this is pretty hilarious and amazing. Here you go.
Push, drop, and breathe, flip, hop, slow, 2, 3, hop and 5, 6, 7, and 1. You okay?
That's pretty sexual.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Did he really just say that?
Hold on, you've never seen this? This is so funny.
If the female dance is easier, can I choose to do that one?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because I like making my own rules.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite, only retarded. Oh yeah, I like that dance. Oh yeah.
Oh, that is good. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Did he clear it? It all glitched out.
Dude, this guy choreographed Katy Perry's tour.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the same team.
We run on the same team. We both got an and. We all got it. We on top of that. I got to bring free
I can't bring up free shots. I brought 2. I have a whole box in my car, but I have like 6 in there. I think it's like half the box.
It's all good.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
How did you hear about the audition?
I saw your Twitter. I follow you on Twitter.
Oh! Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I prefer the co-ed dancing if we can get to that. So.
You make me wanna ooh, ah, na, 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 la, la, la,
Oh, Lord.
ooh, ah, na, 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 la, la, la. You make me wanna ooh, ah, na, na, na,
What is on his face?
That was virtual dancing.
Actually, that made him dance
He was
better.
just messing everybody up. You know what I mean? Like, he was distracting everyone. I wasn't even in his group, and I was distracted. I was just trying to go over it. I'm like, but, he's giving everybody free sense.
No, I played Space Jam on Vinyl on second Dreamcast. Some day Rico on second Dreamcast.
Whoa.
It's for a Sega Nomad or for Sega Genesis. It's a carry case. I'm doubling it. I'm doubling it as my waterfall case. Is that real gold? Your chain? Okay. You wouldn't need to be here if you had real gold. You'd be a millionaire.
Kimberly.
Yeah, gold is worth $1 million.
Yeah. You're retarded.
You get a gold chain here, your life.
$1 million. $1 million.
I gotta go in like half an hour, get my bus back to Santa Monica. So I'm gonna show you a couple power moves real quick.
I saw Kimberly Cole put a tweet message. I saw she posted online, so I figured I'd come down, you know, show them my moves, do a couple of moves, and then shop.
That looked like it hurt.
Well, I'm done. They asked me they said that was enough. I did some dances with a girl. I did a co-ed dance with a female. That was pretty cool. So that was pretty good that they let me do that. That was a bonus for me. Kimberly Cole herself asked me if I'm available on March 17th. So that's cool. Maybe.
All right, so that's pretty much it. He's just doing this as a gag. He's actually a professional dancer.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
And
He actually had moves.
Yeah, he actually goes out.
See, you can tell who's a dancer.
Yeah, he dances in his underwear a lot while he eats Skittles, like, in the middle of the street and shit. So
You know what? If he makes millions of dollars on TikToks and Reels and YouTube, good for him. Taste that rainbow. Seriously. That's all I got to say about that.
he was also on America's Got Talent, and I think he made it to the finals. He may have even won. I don't know. But anyways, that's dancing.
They must have taken it off. I'm still trying to find the sped up Katy Perry thing, but if I find it, I'll post it.
So what do we got coming up? We're it's kind of a lazy weekend this weekend. We'll get back to it next week with guests and everything else. What do you got coming up, Rico? Or sorry, Andrew?
I'm gonna start reading a particular book. I'm gonna read every single freaking page of it. I'm not sure if I showed this to you guys last time. Here, I'll have to turn my camera back on. Oh, it's already on. Okay. It's fucking. It's the. So, it's the history of World War II that I got from my grandparents' house when we were cleaning everything out, and it's old. So there's going to be some. That's what I'm going to start doing. It's going to take probably a better part of a year to read everything. But, so aside from that, I'm still doing the trivia, and that's going to be hosted on Space Audits. You know, Alan from Space Audits, and it'll be my 18th trivia that I've done so far. That's about it for me.
Nice. Well, next week we are going to have, I believe it's, well, Rico had the dates mixed up, but we're going to have, I think it's going to be Chris from THC, Truth is Hour Comedy. Is it Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike.
and then we have the bourbon. I mean, this Rico took off, so I was these guys.
Whiskey and
Whiskey, beer, and conspiracies.
Whiskey, beer, and conspiracies.
Apparently, those guys are super fun. That's probably going to be a pretty wild
I've been on their show a couple times.
And then Rose 777 is on our anniversary, so our 52
Oh, sweet.
week
Yeah,
anniversary.
Rose. And I got a couple of some big names that. I'm
Oh man,
work
I'm
on.
totally putting a tinfoil on a Beauty and the Beast Rose.
No, I don't think so.
And yeah, so like as we get going in the summer, we're gonna get a lot of big names on here and have some good times. Some part twos from some people that didn't quite get to finish the first time they came on earlier in the year. And I don't know, we might do something special for our first annual show. I don't know what yet.
Maybe go back to the first one we did and see how much we've improved since then.
Oh, you want to just do like a Mystery
Do you
Science
really want to
Theater
do that?
3000 kind of thing and just watch us?
Do you
from the
think that
first
we've
time we did it?
improved?
Well, not on this
have a
one. We
lot.
didn't really improve that much on this one because we're not really.
I think you
organized.
improved quite a lot. I think you improved. You're making do with what you don't have, and I know how important it is to. I know I'm kind of like poke fun at you about being an audio snob, but you kind of are. But I think you're doing really, really good with what you have, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm just like I'm like driving without a steering
But it
wheel
fucking
right
sucks.
now,
We
so-
lost everything, so we have no studio, and this is me off so much. So I'm just trying to be nice about it. So yeah, what's upcoming with me is you'll find out tomorrow whether or not U-Haul is being an asshole, or they're going to actually prove that their service is actually a good service. Otherwise, I'm getting a lawyer. I'm going to sue the shit out of them in a class action suit. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
There you go.
Make sure you always say that. Uh-oh.
Well, thanks for letting me come and hang out with you guys. It's always fun.
Alex just dropped out.
Alex just what?
Yeah,
Alex!
There's some weird shit going
He's
on.
talking
I
like
don't know.
he's not. Hold on.
I don't know what's going on. You're backstage.
Just dropped out.
I did?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you just dropped off.
Well, also,
Now you're
in
back.
the-
Yeah.
In the future, if anybody is interested in coming on as a featured guest, I'm pretty sure that there will be plenty of openings in the future. So just hit us up, or you can request it through, like, right now, and talk about whatever the hell you want.
Nice. You have that last video, Andrew.
I do have it keyed up already.
Thanks,
Queued up.
guys, for coming up and joining us this weekend. And as we get moving towards the summer, it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. You're not going to want to miss the shows. So
Something weird just happened because my chat and everything locked up, and Alex just dropped off again. That was weird.
I'm showing that I'm on here.
I know it shows that you're on there, but out here it. Okay, now I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Angela, I'm coming
You're
to take a
all
bath
on
in your
there
bathtub in your backyard. Okay, number one. Shout out to Angela for having a clawfoot bathtub in her backyard because that sounds fantastic.
Backyard.
Just say when, Alex.
You don't have. I don't see it back here.
Oh no, it's yeah.
There you go.
You guys are all
Yes.
the best.
Thanks.
You're the best.
So we'll see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we hope you're well. Mwah.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody
Yeah.
for being here.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time. And the first time I actually saw Chief Crow in person, that's when Alex fell off the stage.
Yep.
In Vegas. Even though I didn't see that happen, everyone told me he did. So anyways, this is Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms Airship.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you. Shout out to the chat. Thank you everybody for being here. Nathan, you can do a shout out to Melanie if you want. Cammy, I can't wait to see you. Shout out to DJ who's not here right now. Miss you, buddy. NDB #1 fan. Angela, Carl. Bill.
KKKK Carl.
CNA Production. Tony Coriolis.
NDB.
#1 fan. 7-Eleven Brickets. Zach. Lizzie Iron Maiden. Shout out to Brenda, who is deleted, as for Andrew B.
Womp womp.
Oh, Greg B. Blue Pac-Man. Valley Parks, big hugs to you, dog. Shout out to Lowry, Andrew B. and Rico.
You guys really want to do a full episode dedicated to Melanie Moran? I don't know. Sounds like a train wreck to me.
Womp womp.
That is
Where did things go?
Absolute no.
Apparently, NDB had to kick her off of his show for good last night.
We should do a show with Melanie and
It got bad.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
The chat was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't see the chat, but I heard it was awful.
I don't understand. Like, why do people behave like that?
Because they're bored and they're not crocheting. That's why. Like, who retires and is like, I'm gonna fuck with flat earthers?
I think she's been kicked off of like 7 shows.
She's a masochist. He's a masochist.
Brenda is a man.
No, I was talking about Melanie Moran.
Oh.
What if they're the same person?
No, they're definitely not the same person.
They're all McToon. I feel like Melanie is McToon and so is Brenda, and they just go and like
Everybody
program their
bad
bots
is
to go in like
Anybody who
Everybody.
controls us is just McToon. Everybody. They're all McToon. Different personalities.
McToon.
He's
We
got
live in a McTooniverse.
multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, it's not the loony bin anymore. It's the McToonie bin. But you know who's awesome? Tom from Cheap Crow.
Oh, he's rad.
He is one of the sweetest, loveliest people in the entire world. See, he's agreeing with me.
And we might have this guy at our little event. We'll see.
Yeah, and you know what? He has to make an insurance claim because his shakers were in our truck.
Yep. See you guys next week. Mwah,
Mwah.
mwah, mwah.
Kisses and hugs.